Hi, it's Joey and today I'm watching The Bad Batch Season 3, Episode 4, A Different Approach. I'm very excited because they escaped. I'm also stressed and really hopeful for a reunion, but also not sure if I should be expecting one. Let's go. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and let's go.
I could use some help up here.
Yeah. It's definitely a different approach to literally crash land, yeah. It's okay. I don't know your name, sweet dog. Creature. Yeah, actually, is it okay? Is this a safe place?
We're not going back.
We left the other prisoners behind.
The Empire is going to be searching for this ship and us.
Yeah. I mean, they're both right. Like, right now, you have to escape and save yourselves, because if you get caught, you can't help anyone. But ultimately, in the future, yeah, you have to go back for the prisoners when you're able to, if you're able to, or at least try and get information about where they are so someone else can help them. But in the short term, the Empire will be coming.
False positives are to be expected. That result is nothing but an aberration.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Your future, however, is less certain.
She clearly is prioritizing Omega's safety over her own future. And I respect her immensely for that.
We'll never slip past all those troopers undetected.
Mm-hmm.
I can take out at least half before they know what's happening.
Should take a bribe.
If that's what you want to call it.
Hmm.
Where do you expect us to get 30,000 credits?
Sounds like a you problem. Don't come back without the credit.
I mean, to bribe, you'd need some kind of money.
Stow it.
Storming the spaceport would be easier than finding 30,000 credits.
I don't want to hurt anyone.
Bless you, my
Don't be
darling.
naive.
I think I know how we can make some fast credits.
Gambling?
Of course you do. You want to hustle someone?
I've done it before.
Hmm.
And I prefer to think of it. I'll give it a try.
It shouldn't take long.
Sweet baby.
My luck has to run out eventually.
That's true.
Hmm.
But I get to deal.
Want to try against a real opponent?
Not particularly. Oh, great, they've tracked down the ship.
That shuttle looks like one of ours.
No,
Yeah, we better check it out.
they'll report it for certain.
You seem to have misunderstood your enemy.
Did I? Thanks.
Okay, let's just take the winnings and go.
Sir, patrol found a crashed Imperial vessel on the outskirts of town.
Nothing to do with us.
I wasn't notified about any.
Enough for 2 tickets on the shuttle and a little extra.
Oh, I just want them to reunite with Hunter and everyone. I mean, no. Hunter and Wrecker are the only two. I remembered his name when I was editing. The only two that are living on the ship.
Where's Batcher?
Right. I have a plan to learn the dog's name.
Crosshair? Where's Batcher?
It is Badger. I was just wondering with her accent if she was saying something else, and then I was like, is she saying Badger? I don't know why he'd be called Badger, but I doubted myself. Batcher, because they're the Batch. I like it.
That Imperial officer and his troopers snatched the creature and headed for the cargo docks. Down that way.
Oh dear.
Nice doing business with you.
The spaceport is that way. Forget the Hound. We have to get off this
That's
planet.
not Omega.
We never would have escaped with it. Take the credits. If you want to go, then go. I'll find my own way.
You're not gonna leave her. You're not gonna leave her, sir.
Fine. Do this your way.
Mm-hmm.
But my skills are being wasted.
I like this Crosshair. He's becoming the Crosshair I always hoped he would be, but began to doubt he would ever become.
There's Batcher.
Batcher, we're coming for you. But how the hell do we get him out of here?
Shouldn't we free the other animals too?
Don't push it.
I mean, it could cause chaos and a distraction if we did.
Or do you think I wouldn't piece it together when I found that crashed shuttle? Nothing gets by me.
He's lucky
I
they did
run
come for the dog
this
then.
town.
Let's try things your way.
Finally.
Yeah, there we go. Chaos. All the poor animals. Oof, ooh. We are getting a ship. Karma has tentacles.
Endings.
We're about to find out.
I just pray there's no kind of tracker. Well done. I like to see them working together.
I'm heading to a remote location, and I sent a coded transmission for Hunter and Wrecker to meet us there.
Oh,
It's been months. You don't know if they're still alive.
They'll be there.
oh, I hope they're there. Like, obviously they're alive and we know they're looking for her, but are they still checking for the code, or are they able to get there in time, or...
Now there's a sight.
Wrecker!
Oh,
I knew you'd show up.
it's Hunter.
But you're the one who found us.
Yep. She's home. She brought your brother with her. Yeah, none of them ever lost hope.
I had help.
Your brother. He was actually being your brother. A lot has passed between them all. Crosshair's making good now. I'm just happy right now. I don't care about anything else. I don't care that the Empire is literally coming for this location right now. Because Omega and Hunter hugged and Omega and Wrecker hugged and the family is back together and everything is good. I mean, obviously, everything is good. Am I going to pretend that the parts that aren't good don't exist? I really enjoyed this episode in the sense of seeing Omega being Omega. She had her principles. She tried to do it the right way without hurting anybody. She almost succeeded if it wasn't for the greed of the random Imperial dude, and if they hadn't have happened to stumble across their shuttle. But really, it's the Empire's own fault that any of them were hurt or injured because they tried to do it without doing any of that. They also managed to set some animals free and cause a rampage. Always fun. It's brilliant to see Omega's strategy at work, to see how brilliant she is at things like the game, or whether it's just coming up with a strategy and essentially pulling it off and having Crosshair's plan as a fallback plan. I also love this episode because Crosshair didn't abandon Omega. Now, even I don't necessarily think he did it because he cared about Batcher, but I do think he cares about Omega and he couldn't leave without her. There is a chance season 1 or 2, early 2, Crosshair might have just said, I mean, if he'd got this far with Omega, may well have left her and sort of deep down been thinking, oh, I feel really bad about this, but been thinking, well, no, it's the logical choice because what she's doing is reckless and I don't need that kind of recklessness. I don't know. Like, I've always been quite hard on Crosshair, but I think this season you're really seeing him becoming a member of the Bad Batch, truly. Making choices with his heart and mind, not just with his mind or with his what he thinks is right. And I really, really like to see that. Also another sad episode of just how awful life is under the Empire, even in this sort of small corner of the galaxy that doesn't particularly seem significant. Things are still pretty miserable under the galaxy's rule. But then the best part of the episode, of course, was the moment when the ship was there, and I was almost like, is that their ship? Like, obviously it's their ship, it looks like their ship, but I don't want to be like, oh, they're here, and then have it be not their ship and have it be someone else that picked up on the transmission and was like, hey, I'm here to sell you some life insurance. I don't know. So when Wrecker stepped off and it was definitely 1000% their ship, and then when Hunter was there, it was everything. I'm so happy right now, and I just want to rewatch that scene 1000 times. It was everything. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.